Hello, hello, hello. Hello. How are you doing tonight? I hope everyone is well. I am muy excited about tonight. Muy. I am very, very excited about tonight, and I am excited about being in front of you guys tonight. I appreciate you joining me. Thanks, Tanya. Thank you for the pink hearts. Ugh, I cannot stand dry lips, y'all, so give me a minute. I forgot to grease them up before I came on here. So, yeah, I hope everyone is well. Hey, Ami, how are you? Thank you guys for being the first to join me tonight. I appreciate the support. I appreciate you guys coming out. I am very, very, I'm here. Like I tell y'all, sometimes it's so important to show up. No matter how you feel, no matter what's going on, no matter, show up, because sometimes that's all people need is to show up. And so I'm happy to be before you guys tonight, trying to give you some type of, guidance, information, whatever I can give. That's what I'm here to do, is to share with you guys whatever I can to help you to be successful in your group home journey. And so it warms my heart when people show up. So not just me showing up for you guys, but it makes me feel like what I'm saying is not in vain, because others show up for me. And so I just want y'all to know from the beginning of the video, I don't want to thank you at the end. I want you to know that I appreciate it. I do. So anyway, so how's everybody doing? How's everybody doing? How's everything going? We got some praise reports to report. Tanya's in here. Got a contract on a location moving forward, which is what the ultimate goal is to keep moving in this journey. And so I got some great text messages, some great DMs in regards to how people are continuing to move forward. And so a lot of times when I come on here, I'm coming on here from a place of, sorry, I got a piece of hard candy in my mouth that I don't want to let go of. But when I come on here, most times I'm kind of talking on subjects, maybe current events, something trending in the news right now. Could be from conversations, because y'all know I do consultations, 1 hour consultations on Tuesdays and Wednesdays. I do that for 4 hours a day. So I normally am booked, and I do about 8 calls with different people in different situations every week. It's kind of just to keep, really to help people that may not be able to afford to work with me in my mentorship program, but also to strategize, because I'm going to tell y'all, more than half of the people, or I would say about half and half. Half are new, never had a group home, and half are people that have group homes or that are in the process. Right now, there's a lot of people out that are that hire consultants, and the consultant ended up not getting them there. Some of them are people that I have people that are starting the journey over because they started and something didn't work out, and so now they're starting over. I have a few people lately that are like that. And then I have people that have an actual up and running group home, and they're like struggling, or they're not struggling as far as like struggling on what to do, struggling on how to handle it. So let me ask before I keep talking, can you guys hear me? Can everybody hear me okay? Can someone put some pink hearts in the chat, or give me a thumbs up, or just say I can hear you? I just want to make sure, because it looks like comments were coming through and then they stopped. So I just want to make sure that my internet is okay and that you guys can hear me. Okay, awesome. So thank you, Tanya. Thank you, Diane. Thank you, Ami. I appreciate you guys. Okay, so it's I would say the people that have group homes, it's more of, I need help, I need to get organized. I have a young lady, she just wants to do my mentorship so she can learn how to run her home, making great. And that's the thing, it's not about money, you guys. It's not about money. Because if you make $1 million and you spend $1,001,001, you broke. So understand that. It's not about the money. You have to learn how to run an efficient home. You have to run. I did a Come to Work with Me day last week, which was great group. You know how I said, it's always like one negative Nancy in the group? No. Everybody in this group was amazing. We had so much fun. We had a good day. Our lunch was good. Everything was good. But they could not believe that the group home that they were in has about 8 people. It does have 8 people. I said about. And the grocery bill is about $150 a month. And they were like, what? On average, you should expect to spend about, at least minimum, about $100 per person in your group home. And that's if you're really good. Because of the relationships that this house manager has built in her community, we don't have to pay a lot for groceries because she's always connecting with people. She caught on to me saying build relationships, and she took it to the next level. So in her group home, she's always ahead of the game because she's built relationships. She's set up systems. She's worked things out with people to where we don't have to spend a lot of money on food. Somebody said, how? That's how. Y'all, when I say build relationships, I live this. Like, I live it. Build relationships will get you further than money will ever get you. It just will. Because relationships will open you up to more money. Relationships will save you money to where you're not spending out money. Relationships will do so much. It will open doors. I've told y'all multiple stories on how a relationship, whether it's new or over the years, has gotten me like blessings, like multiple blessings. So when I say that, I'm not just telling y'all, you know how people just be saying, no, I live this. Like, I'm building these relationships. I have relationships with the men at the post office. You know what I'm saying? Where they do stuff that they don't do for everybody because They know when I come in, I'm like, hey, they know I'm a Chiefs fan. They San Francisco fans. And we go back and forth, and I built that relationships. So sometimes when I come in there and I need something or I want something at the post office, they be like, we'll do it for you. Relationships. so I'm saying, build relationships. Yes, Tanya, 150 per month. Yes, because community centers she's linked up with, the people in the home go volunteer. The community center donates food. We have a grocer up in that area that they end up, coming up with some. I think I did a video one time where I drove up there and I went and they filled the back of my SUV up with food because they get an abundance and they don't have, things to do with it. If you got farms in your area, y'all know the price of eggs. You need to be building relationships with these farmers. What can I do for you? Don't always go with your hand out. I'm always trying to figure out what I can do, to help people. I was trying to help that grocer. His mom was about to pass and he wanted to do a foundation. So I was trying to assist them on how to put that together. I wasn't asking them to pay me. I was building the relationship with them. Well, Miss Myrrie, she's closer up there. She built and built and built. And I'm just telling you. So always be thinking about how you can do things for people in the community, not to get it back, because I feel like you're going to reap what you sow. If you're the person that believes, I'm a believer. So that's a foundation for me. What I sow, I'm going to reap, because that's what my scripture tells me. And so I'm always trying to figure out, how I can help people in the community, time, energy, things like that, where I'm a blessing. I live by be a blessing to someone else. Try to be a blessing to someone else. Because if you put it out there, if you put blessings out there and you live by reaping and sowing, you're going to sow them back. So I just wanted to start off. We can talk about this because it's a good subject, but I really kind of wanted to talk about, because I talked to so many current group home owners, people that have functioning group homes, were a lot of my calls this week. And so I just wanted to touch base on how to not burn out, how to not, a lot of people, I always tell you guys, don't take your hands off of it. I say that because you're responsible. So you just can't build it and walk away, because if something happens, it's going to affect your life. So that's why I say that. But when I say that, I'm not saying have your hands on it. You know what I'm saying? Every day. I'm not saying that. I'm saying just don't totally release it like you would if it was a t-shirt shop or something like that. And you can kind of set it and forget it, as they say. In this type of business, you don't want to set it and forget it, because it can literally end you up in prison. I mean, I know a couple of people right now that are in prison. And so you saying this just sparks my mind on people I can talk to in my community and see how we can help them. Yeah, do that. Connect with people and let them know what you're doing. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not saying do it tit for tat like genuinely building relationships. There are people from my past I could call right now and ask them for pretty much anything, because I've been that person to them. So I'm saying, if you're a resource, if you're somebody who genuinely cares, who genuinely, and if you're like if you're that introvert person that you have to come out of that. I told y'all I am very, y'all don't see it. I'm shy. I don't like really doing this, but I like doing this. You get what I'm saying? Because I like to show people how important group homes are. So that's why I have a message to get out. But as far as wanting to go and speak in front of people and get on lives and all of this, like literally, I'm that person. I could sit in my room for months and read books and watch little funny videos and do little strategic stuff for people here, because I plan out stuff for my kids and my grandkids. I'm that person. I don't need a lot of, being out there. And I'm uncomfortable when I do it, but I know I have to do it to continue to build relationships. You know why? Because Tanya needs me to have a relationship with somebody so I can help her. Diane needs me to have a relationship with somebody so I can help her. These are the type of, Ami needs me to have a relationship with somebody so I can help. And so that's why I continue to put myself out there, because I'm trying to be a blessing to somebody else. So, so today I just wanted to talk about, look, now that I'm off my soapbox, today I wanted to talk about the power of systems. These group home owners, I'm asking them questions and things like that. And simple fixes. I had one lady, she making decent money, and she just came across me. She hasn't seen videos. Y'all know I've been doing videos for years. I think I've been on YouTube 11 years. And so I just told her, I'm like, you're making the money. Why are you still managing your house? She's like, I don't know. Hire a manager. You know what I'm saying? If you making the money, then hire the manager. Now, if you're not making a profit and you're not making money, then maybe you can't do that right now. But if you're at the point where you're making money, you're making decent money, stop taking a couple of trips, or whatever you're doing to spend money. Don't buy another car. People do that around the end of the year, which is dumb. They go out and buy these luxury cars so they can write them off. Find another way to get a tax write-off. But I'm just saying, try something different. Take that money and hire somebody so you're not stressed out. So these are the type of things that I'm going over tonight. Simple things that you can do to automate your group home for more freedom. Because y'all can't see my sign over my head. Because freedom is so important to me. And I'm willing to take a lesser salary within my business so I can hire somebody at a higher salary that's going to manage all of that wants to do it. Because I feel like I've did my time and I don't want to get burnt out. I want to still be happy and excited about this business. And so I hire somebody younger and better than me to run my business. And sometimes you got to do that. Sometimes you got to say there's peace of mind in taking less to have more. Less to have more time. Less to have more energy. Less to have more relationships. You know what I'm saying? There's other things you can be doing in your business than working in your business. So just think about that. Thanks, Diane. Diane said you're great at it. Well, thank you. It still don't mean I feel comfortable. But So I just want to show you guys how to reduce stress, save time, and allow you to step away, from the daily operations, but still have a profitable, compliant group home that runs smoothly. And so when people come inside of my group homes, I kid you not, I always get the comment, wow, your homes are so like mellow, because I've created the environment of peace in my group homes. That's not just me. That is my employees buying into that. My employees getting the clients to buy into that. So we get clients and they'll be like, oh, this is the worst client. They'll come to our home, they'll acclimate into our home, and then because the tone is already set, they have no what do you call it? They have no choice but to acclimate, or they have to leave. And I have people that honestly that come to my group home and they leave. And they'll say it for nobody here, everybody here is black, or because I have quite a few black people that work for me. Not to say I planned it, but that's how it happened. And so for whatever reason, they leave. The right people stay. And I'm not going to say a lot leave, but what I'm saying is if they're not supposed to be there and if they're not going to acclimate into that piece, then they got to go. And there's plenty of group homes that like chaos. I'm not one of them. And so, so that's what I want you guys to know, because automation equals freedom. Automation equals freedom. I know it may not look like it now, but the more you get into automating your home, and I'm not saying like you can't just leave your clients there, automation, you know what I'm saying? You can't do that. But I'm trying to see if I can see the comment. Sorry, y'all. But you can, there we go. But you can automate some of your systems so you don't have to struggle. So you don't have to, burn out. And so the biggest lie in a group home, in ownership of a group home, is I have to do everything myself or it won't be done right. That is the biggest lie. That's a big lie in a lot of businesses. If you're that owner, if you're that, business owner that feels like, oh, it's not going to get done right, then you need to open up your mind, because I'm going to tell you, y'all know Latoya is my chief operations officer, and I'm going to tell you, if I had to choose between me and her, I'm choosing Latoya every time. Because that girl is amazing. And God blessed me with her. God blessed me with her. And I thank him. Look, I thank him whenever I can for her, because she can do things better than me. You hire people that you give them a nice salary, and they can do things better than you. And that's okay. That's okay. You know what I'm saying? I never professed to be the most perfect person. And don't nobody be trying to steal her, because she ain't going nowhere. Look, but I've never professed to be like this perfect person, this wonderful, I found a niche and people received me in it. And it has worked out for me as, being affectionately known as the group home queen. But I got a whole team behind me that makes me look amazing. And I would choose Latoya over me any day because she's amazing. And so don't get that in your head that nobody can do it like you do it. Don't be so cocky and have an ego that nobody can do what you do, you know? So Tanya says, will you give an example of a system you incorporate daily that lowers your stress? Yeah, I'm going to give some examples. Sorry, y'all, I'm running my mouth because I'm on one today. but yeah, because this is a good subject. And like I said, that the calls that I received, you know, and I try not to get on here and like specifically tell people business, but I tell like general information. But it's because they feel like they can't take their hand off of it. It's their baby. A lot of people like to say that. It's my baby. And they're running themselves ragged. And so it's just, you know, you don't want to get into that burnout cycle. You want to do whatever you can to continue. If you got into this business because you care and it's something that you want to do because you care about people, where you don't want to get to the point where you hate people. You get what I'm saying? You want to always have that. Like even me, I'm kind of bagging up out of things because I want to continue to love what I do. And if you're being stressed out, at some point you're going to break and you're not going to love it anymore. And that's with anything, you know? So freedom comes from systems. You know, you don't have to hire a bunch of extra people and all this. You just need to set up plans. People are amazed at how my business runs off a minimum amount of people, because you don't have to hire a lot of people. There are people that you can utilize within your business. Don't burn them out. Don't get me wrong. Don't burn them out, because when LaToya be like, I'm going out the country. Okay, when you going? Let's get it scheduled. You got to give people space to decompress. You got to give, you know what I'm saying? LaToya takes a lot of vacations during the year. No, I ain't going to tell her business. But I'm saying, because I know her job is a lot. So when she tells me she needs to go out of town, then I give her the space that she needs. So you're going to have to be understanding too with, you know, in that. But this is the thing. There's a saying. The first point I'm going to touch on, I'm going to kind of give you like 4 points. I got notes, y'all. 4 points on things to think about as a system within your group home. And so there was an old saying that said, hire slow, fire fast. Remember that. Hire slow, fire fast. Okay? Real quick quote, because it will protect your sanity. Take your time when you're hiring someone. Make sure they are the right fit for your business. If you need to do a couple of interviews, do those couple of interviews. Don't be so quick to hire people. Yes, don't be desperate. Don't be quick. Yes, I know you're going to need help. I've been in that position. But don't be so quick to hire, because sometimes when people tell you who they are, it's too late. And so you want to be sure when you hire someone to be around your clients. And so that is something that we, even, LaToya and her doing the interviews and everything, she will come back. Me and her will discuss it multiple times. She just called me today in regards to 3 young ladies that are up for hire. And we went over it again. I'm like, okay. I listen to her. I talk a little bit, because you have to be slow to hire. You want to make sure you're hiring the right person. And I'm not going to say that it's perfect every single time. But if you take that time to really vet that person before you bring them into your environment, your group home, around your clients, around other employees that they can contaminate. Take your time. Hire the right person. Make sure you vetted them properly before you do that. Okay? Just don't be so quick. And hey, mahogany. And so that's it. You gotta have, and then don't hold on to people. If you know somebody's toxic and you like, dang, I don't want to work this Friday and Saturday shift because that's what they was working. I would rather work the Fridays and Saturday shift than to keep a toxic person in your group home. Because like I said, contamination. I just watched the video where they took a strawberry that was rotten, put it next to a clean strawberry, and guess what happened? That good, clean, bright strawberry got rotten. Because if you put a contaminated person in your group homes, they're going to contaminate other people. And when I say contamination, y'all know what I'm saying, toxic. So be slow to hire, quick to fire. Get them out of there. That's the best thing to do. Stop hiring warm bodies. People be like, well, how do you hire such great people? Stop just hiring warm bodies. You need to make sure that person can think. Quit trying to get cheap labor. You need to make sure that person can think. Because one thing I do in my business, I empower people. Like, I want you to come up with ideas. I want you to think. I want you to give me input. I don't want just people showing up. No. You know what I'm saying? Because that doesn't make for a good business. To me. I always say to me. Other people may want some dumb people up in there. I don't want no dumb people. I don't hire dumb people. I have people with varied backgrounds, from warehouse work to people that are in college to people that, have went on and got their master's degree. I have had people that, are in school to get their bachelor's. I've had all kinds of people in my group home. Nurses, registered nurses, nurse practitioners. I've had all kinds of people work for me. And so I like people that think. Because guess what? If that person can think, that person can analyze. So they're just not going to be going through the motions. They're going to analyze, and they're going to end up making things better in your house. But then there's the extreme. You don't want people that think they know everything. I had a guy come and work for, I always like to give y'all examples. I had a guy come and work for me, and he knew everything about everything from his old job. Well, this is your new job. And then you need to focus on what's going on here. I don't want to hear, because you're not there no more. So obviously, you know what I'm saying? You didn't like something, or they didn't like something about you. So, so I'm saying, always reel people in. Okay, this is what we doing here. Like, a lot of times we get people that come to work for us and they're like, well, gosh, y'all do a lot. I didn't have to do this. And well, you're going to do it here if you want to work here. Because regardless of what somebody else was doing, we do things the way the state tells us to do it. And so either you're going to do it or you're not. And so that's when it's quick to fire. You know what I'm saying? So you have to be slow to hire, quick to fire. You have to find people that can think, automate your job postings. You should not be, you should be using like Indeed. I use Indeed. That's what we use. And then you can create like a Google form and kind of Weed out people that are not qualified, because you're going to get a lot of people that apply that ain't even qualified to do the job. And then you're going to get people that can get what they need to do the job. They just need the opportunity. Like I said, one of my best house managers, she only worked warehouse jobs. But she came in, she did everything that was required to get the position, and she got it. And now she's been my house manager of the year, my employee of the year, the last 3 years. So you just can't say, but you could tell when you met her that she could think. So I'm saying, don't just go by what's on paper. 2, go by the interview. Now, if somebody's like no experience or something like that, then yeah, you might consider them as unqualified. But don't go off of a seasoned person that's been doing a job a long time or something like that. You got to take that into consideration. Okay? And then another thing that I do is EMR, y'all. EMR. Electronic medical records. Okay? Let's get away from the paper. I said that before. Electronic medical records in the system can actually, the system we use, you can do a lot of things. It gives you alerts when people's credentials are expiring. That way you can let your employees know, hey, you need to get this taken care of. It can give you medication, what they call it, when you have like a something wrong with the medication, or maybe a medication isn't given, like a medication error. It can alert you of that. It can alert you of a lot of things. It's just how you set it up. But electronic medical records, to me, it's like you shouldn't even be doing paper these days. So that is a part of automation. Just do an EMR. Like I'm just telling people now. I said after the California fires and me hearing stories of group homes that had boxes of papers in their garage, EMR, because they were old school. And so, no, automate that. Put it in, do it electronically so it can be in a cloud somewhere. Automate shift reports and daily checklists. You can automate that. I have checklists like nightly duties. They have a checklist on what they're supposed to do every night when they work nights. You know why? Because in a mental health group home, you cannot sleep at night. You're supposed to be woke. And so we have a whole checklist on what they can do. That's a system. So, on Monday, you're supposed to do this, Tuesday, this, and we break it down by the day. Okay? Let me see. It also does digital signature, the EMR. So your people can be anywhere and they can get stuff done. They can finish their documentation at home. They can, you know what I'm saying? If that's what you allow. So there's a lot that comes in having the electronic medical record that is a system to assist you from not having to hunt people down and stuff like that. Okay? Keep the beds full is point number 3. Marketing and referral systems. I use a CMR in my business. I mean, a CRM. Sorry, I'm doing EMR. CRM. I use a CRM in my system to keep track of caseworkers and hospitals and contact information. I always tell you guys, we send out an email every Monday to let them know hey, we don't have no beds, or hey, we got one bed, or whatever it is. You always need to have some type of system. Even if you can't afford a CMR, have like a regular email template that you use where you can send that out quick, make some adjustments to it, and send it out. You know, we have email sequences. Then also too, like I said, when people give you referrals or when people contact, like I can go into the CRM and I can see who called about a bed, because we have people, random, just people wanting to come to our group home and check into our group home. I can see who called, what day they called, how long the conversation was. I can see when we emailed out last, who opened the email. Yeah, I can see all of that. So I know when y'all don't be opening my email. No, I was just saying. But I'm saying it's good to know that sometimes, because you know who's opening, you know, what case managers, what social worker is opening your email. You know if you put something in there that they clicked it. You know all of that because you can see it in that CRM. And so that's a way to automate, you know, because maybe whoever clicks on it, you send them a special email and say, you know, this, hey, I got a Starbucks link to a free coffee. Go ahead and order one today. And you have a link in there. And you know what I'm saying? So you can utilize that in different ways. And so that's why I call it a system. If you are someone that does social media, do your batch, you know, batch your content, batch your videos, get video. And I don't really, I don't like to video my clients. That's my personal preference. Not that that is how it works in every group home, but if you're that person where you want your clients on there and you talk to them, maybe have a Monday motivation and have one of them do it or whatever. Whatever that is, automate that. A lot of my social media, I mean, mine isn't really batch. I don't do it. Somebody else does my social media. But if you are not in a position to do that yet, just batch it. They have all kind of systems out there, I hear, that you could do all your content in one day. So you do want to have a website presence, not social media so much. If you're doing a licensed group home, it's good to have because everybody's on social media now, but you definitely want to have a website because I'm going to tell you, I don't know how many times I done went and talked to somebody and the first thing they say is, well, what's your website? And they go on there and look, oh, that's a nice website. Yeah. It's representing you. Sometimes you just gonna show up in your website. Somebody might find out about your business or see one of your marketing material and go right to your website. It is a representation of you. And so we put a lot of energy into our website when we first got started. Let's see what note I have down here. Number 4, I had to figure out where I was in my notes. I'm not the firefighter. I put that down. You know how people always say, oh, I had to put out fires. I'm not the firefighter in my business no more. Okay? So daily operations, create a chain of command. If you are the head of it or if you are the lead and you have employees, find someone to put a buffer in between. I totally believe in buffers. Like it could be an answering service where you tell people leave a message and I'll call you back within 2 hours. It could be a virtual assistant. It could be an employee. Latoya's my buffer. And then Latoya has buffers, the house managers. So it could be whatever you want it to be, but find some type of buffer within your business to where you're not getting all of it, like all the calls and all of that. So in my business, I have seriously ingrained in my employees hierarchy. You are supposed to go to this person goes to this person, and then I'm the last resort. You get what I'm saying? Because you need a buffer in there. Regardless if you're the wife and you handle all the things, the majority of the things, then guess what? Your husband gonna be the buffer. If y'all need anything, you call him, and then he relays it to you, because you need something in between. You know how joints, if you're a joint and you have nothing in between, it hurts. It hurts and it will wear you down. So you need that cartilage in between. You need somebody to be your cartilage to take that stress off of you to where you're not getting it all the time. You know, and I'm grateful for the buffers that God has blessed me with, because that's a system. Setting up a chain of command in your business is definitely a system, and it will take stress off of you. So whatever that system is for you, if it's your cousin, auntie, mama that sits at home all day and you say, you know what, you on call, if people call you, take a message and then text it to me. Don't call me, text it to me, put it in a text. That's a system. Pay that little auntie $50, $100 a month, whatever, depending on where you at. And get that stress off of you. Because you not always getting it all the time straight from the horse's mouth relieves stress. You guys would not believe. It really does. And so, preset responses to staff problems. Yeah, because we have processes. We have SOPs, standard operating procedures. This is the process for handling this. That will cut down on a lot. Because once you say it enough times, did you check the SOP? Did you check the SOP? The same I do with my clients. Did you look at the rules? The rules are up on the wall. Read rule number 8. After you do it for so long, they gonna know what it is. It is what it is. You know what I'm saying? So set up those preset responses. Get you some SOPs. If y'all don't know what SOPs are, standard operating procedures. Like, a lot of stuff can be cut out. A lot of questions, a lot of calls, a lot of panicking by just doing standard operating procedures. Okay? Let's see. Automate staff scheduling and payroll. Have somebody else do it. You got other things to work. Once you get to a certain point, ADP does our payroll. The employees clock in, payroll goes in, you go in there, you approve it. Bam, there you go. Everybody get paid. So I'm saying, automate that. Anything that you can automate to take stress off of you, try to do it. Just try to do it. Implement a move-in system. You should already have what you need packed up, tied up. Pillow, top sheet, bottom sheet, comforter. If you in areas where you need a mattress pad, all of that. Bundle it up, tied up. Once somebody moves, strip the bed, wash the sheets. There you go. Bam. You already got everything you need because you done already mashed it up. Once you wash it, dry it, take it out, fold it, prepare it for the next person. Little systems like this, you guys, just setting up little simple things in your business will take so much stress off of you. It will, because you'll already be you'll already be in front of the game. Okay? If you're the only system your business runs on, your business is broken. Remember that. You don't have a business. If you are everything in your business, you don't have a business. You have a stressful job. A stressful job. Oh, thank you, Tanya. So, yeah. So, man. And it doesn't take a lot, you guys. It doesn't take a lot. You know, how do you get started? Like I said, just take one thing at a time. Just one thing. If your one thing is to say, you know what? I'm not going to be the first person to take a call. I'm going to hire my cousin who is now disabled and all she does is stay at home. I'm going to have her answer the calls, and then she can decipher on it something she needs to call me about. That's a system that you just set up to take stress off of you. So start where you can today. Start implementing small things. Things that I gave y'all were not difficult. And that was the plan, to give you realistic things that you can set in place. That are simple things, but you would not believe how much stress it will take off of you. And so just choose one and fix it. Choose one system, fix it, implement it. Okay? Set up a basic automation tool, whether it's Google Forms, whether it's setting up the EMR or doing like some type of email template. Set up what you can do and just start doing it. And then once, as you hire on your team, or as you, move through the ranks, as you get your business set up, or if you have your business set up, train your team to follow. There's things that I train my team on from the get-go. We do 6-6-12. You get one day of 6 hours, second day of 6 hours, third day you work the whole 12 hours while somebody's watching over you. That's it. 24 hours of training is what people get when they come to my business. By that time, you should have it. And if you don't, this might not be the place for you. And so, slow to hire, quick to fire. I'm just saying, these are simple things. Teach your team how to do it too. So when you're ready to step away, LaToya knows all these things. You know why? Because I knew when I stepped away that she would be the one there. So you can't keep everything to yourself. You can't keep the information to yourself and not share it with your team. Because if you're the only one that knows, you don't have a business. You playing. No? So do that and then step back and watch. People are going to do it the way you do it. Some people not going to do it the way you do it. Some people going to do it better than you. Everybody don't have to do it your way. And remember that. That is something you have to learn in business. Everybody's not going to do everything the way you do it. Some of these young people come into my group home and they blow my mind. I be like, oh, dang, I didn't even think about that. You know what I'm saying? So don't always think everybody got to do things exactly like you do it. As long as they're getting a job done and they're doing it correctly, they don't have to do things like you do it. Your goal is to manage your group home until you get to the point where somebody else is managing it. And then you just do oversight. That's the point that I'm at. That's the point that I'm thinking all of y'all want to be at. And so you have to manage your group home and not babysit people. You don't want to micromanage. You just want to make sure things are done decently in order and your clients are taken care of and nobody's getting hurt. You know, as long as they getting it done, then let them do it their way. That's how you empower people, and that's how you get people to own their job. Okay? So, yeah. So that's what I wanted to share with you guys today. I hope y'all found value in that. Yes, Mahogany. She says small things lead to big change and less stress. Exactly. And that's what I am all about, y'all. I did not turn 51 looking like this with stress on me. No, I was just playing. But I'm saying it will make you more productive in your business or on your business by relieving that stress. It will make you go far. You can scale if you want to scale, or you can just chill, you know, with 1 or 2 homes. It's fine. But don't live through unnecessary stress. You know, you don't want to be in your group home feeling like you in an abusive relationship. You know? So yeah. Does anybody have any questions before I let y'all go? I just want to make sure. Does anybody have any questions? I don't really have any announcements. I'll be speaking in Houston the weekend of March 14th. So I think I speak on that Sunday, the 16th, at the Health Entrepreneur tour. And so then I will be leaving there and I will be headed to Atlanta the following day. And I'll be there a couple of days. But I'm not doing the 31-day accelerator in March. I think I'm going to hold off on doing it. I've had a few people contact me in regards to doing it. I think I'm going to hold off until April. Esther needs, you know, she's doing a few things and she's vacationing and stuff like that. So I think I might hold off. I'm also going to hold off on the licensed professional. Y'all know I normally do that once a quarter too. I'll probably hold off until April to do that. And yeah, I'm just focused on the mentorship right now. If you guys don't know, we have the mentorship program that we have a 90-day mentorship, a 6-month mentorship, and a 1-year mentorship program right now. And so, what did you say? Can you explain the 6-6-12? Oh, the 6-6-12. Well, I do 12-hour shifts within my business. And so what we do is we have someone come in when they train. They get 24 hours of training. We have them come the first day for 6 hours, and they work with the house manager for 6 hours. They watch the house manager, you know, they go over, they have a whole checklist on what they have to train on. And then they come in the next day for 6 hours, and they train them that day. And then the third day, they come back, they work a whole shift. The house manager is there, but they are only there if they need help. So they basically run that house for 12 hours on their own with the house manager there to support them. Then that's it. That's all the training we give. After that, next shift, you're on your own, because we just feel like that's really all the training you need. And, you know, in this business, it's paid training. And so I just don't want to waste a lot of time on people. Some people, y'all know, some people go to orientation and trainings just so they can get a paycheck and then they quit. I really haven't had a lot of that, but it does happen. So yeah, so we do the 6 hour, 6 hour, 12 hour. And by that time, they've already checked off on everything, and they should be good to go. And that's how we roll. So I hope I explained that well enough for you, Diane. Oh, you're welcome. You're welcome. So yeah, we just have found different things that work for us in our business, and we just, we just implement them, and we continue to build on them. And so that actually, we used to do 40 hours, but it was like, nah, we're not doing that. You should have this in two shifts, but then we broke it down into 3. So you could kind of be with somebody 3 different days. Yep. But that's pretty much it, you guys. This was nice. I hope, like I said, I hope you guys found value in that. I just know that the conversation that I was having was actual owners that needed help. So it was a good week. Really good calls, really great people. 8 strong calls this week, and yeah, we were back to back Tuesday and Wednesday, Tuesday and today. But yeah, that's it, you guys. Thank you so much for joining me tonight. I think they're playing something new on YouTube this week, and so I think so. I'm not sure. But like I said, thank you for joining me. And y'all have a great night. And as I always say, be a blessing to someone else. Bye. You're welcome, Ami.